Hi everybody, today we're making pumpkin butter. This was a recipe that was requested by a viewer of mine. Her name is the Mrs. of Kevin Miller, and she asked if I would make homemade pumpkin butter from scratch, meaning not using the canned stuff, but actually using these little guys right here. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about that in a little bit, and I'm going to show you which kind that you should be using for this recipe. And Mrs. Miller says that this makes a really great hostess gift for, the holidays. So I'm Rockin' Robin, and I'm going to show you how to do it right after this. So this recipe is so easy to make, you're gonna love it. So let's go over the ingredients. So here's what we need. You're gonna need a couple of the sugar pumpkins. Use these instead of the jack-o'-lantern type that you use for carving. These just have better flavor and I think a better texture. Now, I've got two here and they are around 2 pounds each. And you should get about maybe 4 cups of puree. We'll need some ground cloves. I've got some ground ginger, nutmeg, cinnamon, and some butter and some brown sugar, and that's it. Okay, so what we're gonna do is preheat your oven to 375 degrees. Give your pumpkins a little rinse under the faucet to remove any dirt that you might have been left behind. So you don't wanna cut into that and put the dirt inside your pumpkin. And then after that, we're just gonna cut into it. Now these can be a little bit of a beast to get into. So I've got myself a very sturdy knife. This is a very thick blade knife, and that's what you wanna use. My other knife is a little bit too thin. All right, so you want to just kind of whack it a little bit, and you can use any technique you like, but I'm going to cut it like that. Get that tip in there. And then just start muscling it through. And usually when I get to this point, I'm just going to pull it open. And then I'm going to cut the stem off. I'm going to get rid of that stem. And you want to make I'm going to make like a V cut, like that, to remove it. Okay, one slice on that side, and then just angle your knife in, so hopefully that'll meet, and then you get your stem out that way. And so now I'm just going to remove the seeds, and I'm going to scrape them out. All right, guys, I've got most of the seeds. Well, I got all the seeds out, and you can see how many seeds I have over here. Quite a few for these 2 little pumpkins, I think. So if you would like to, save those, you get a lot of seeds. You can roast those up, and it'd be great, but that's another video. So if you'd like to see me do a video on that, let me know in the comments below. Okay, so now all we have to do now is take our pumpkins. You can see how I've cleaned them out. Oh, here's the seed. And I'm gonna place them cut side down on my baking sheet. I have a foil lined baking sheet here because everybody loves a nice easy cleanup, right? Okay, so we'll place those cut side down like I said, and we're gonna roast them in the oven at 375 for it should take about an hour. What you want to do is take a fork and just pierce the skin and see if it's fork tender. That's what you're looking for. So in the oven they go, right in the middle of the oven. So I've placed all of the pumpkin into a food processor, and you can see that it really comes out of the skin very easily. And if you get a little bit stuck in there, you can just scrape it out with a spoon. All right, so I'm gonna put it in here. We're gonna pulse it. We're gonna make a nice puree out of this, and then we're gonna put everything in our crock pot. So it only takes a minute or two to make puree out of the pumpkin, and you can see how nice and creamy that is. All right, so that's it for the pumpkin. We got that in there. And now we're gonna do our spices. So the thing with our spices is I've got, you can see right here, I've got my cinnamon, I've got my nutmeg, the cloves, and the ginger. Now, I use like almost twice as much of the cinnamon because I feel like that's the one spice you want to use the most of because I think it's the best. And then be careful when you use your cloves and your ginger because they can be really overpowering. So, and if you want the ingredient quantities, make sure you check below in this video, just below it, and click Show More. You'll have all the ingredients there and other information there as well. Okay, I've got my butter. I'm going to drop that in. Now, brown sugar, you can add as much as this as you like, and then we're going to stir this up. And guys, feel free to double this recipe. It doesn't make a whole lot. It makes about 4 cups, like I said. And I tell you, you're going to want to make more because it's really, really good. And I've got this on low, and we're going to cook this for about 3 hours. All right, guys, our pumpkin butter is done. It has been cooking for about 3.5 hours, and I'm turned it off, and you can see it's still very hot. And I want to show you this. Look at that, nice and creamy. It's gotten a little darker. The flavors are more intense because it's cooked down, and I tell you, it's super easy to make, as you saw, and very delicious. So there it is. And you can use this for all kinds of things. Like, you can just simply put it on your toast. You could put it in a cheesecake and make pumpkin cheesecake, or in your smoothie or a milkshake. Or you could put it in between layers of some cake, and then you could top that with some cream cheese frosting, and you'd have a delicious cake. So guys, I hope you'll try this. It's delicious. Let's give it a taste. I'll tell you what it tastes like. Reminds me of Thanksgiving. All I want to do is put some whipped cream on that. I'll tell you, it's really good. I can taste the cinnamon, mostly the cinnamon, and that's what I really love. I can taste the nutmeg, and I got a little hint of the cloves, not too much, because it's really powerful, and the ginger. So guys, it's delicious. I hope you'll try it. Leave me a comment, and if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and click that button, and you'll be notified of new videos as they come out every week. Thanks again, everybody, and happy Thanksgiving. Hi everybody, at the request of one of our viewers, this is the Mrs. from Kevin Miller. She asked me if I would make some homemade